I knew I was going to have to mention this one when I started doing my videos for this, Skin Scent channel, because I do think that although I don't really wear this one myself, this is one of the greatest skin scents I've ever smelt. The reason I don't wear this myself is because this is what my aunt wears, and the first time I ever smelt it on her, I think I gave her a hug, and I had to just tell her she smells awesome. And she told me that she said she can never remember the name of it, but it's the blue Clarins. That's what she said, which is fair enough, because this is called Ressourcante. I don't know, absolutely no idea how to say that word, and I'm not surprised everyone calls it blue Clarins. It's supposed to be, it says a rebalancing fragrance, so they sell this as like a aromatherapy, like calming, rejuvenation. Does it mean I think it might mean rejuvenation, or rebalance maybe. They do sell this as an aromatherapy perfume, as they do with, I think, all of their scents at Clarins. And I think they also say, oh, this is unisex as well. And yeah, probably, I don't know. This is such a weird perfume for a few reasons. One is that when it dries down, it is a very angelic smell that I do not really know how to describe. I'm going to try, but I'm going to fail, because it is a bit soapy. I'm not sure that it's really bar soapy. I think it's more of a calming, bubble bathy type of slightly floral-y smell. When I first smelt this on my aunt, I thought it was a very, very gentle, slightly violet-y floral smell. I'll read you the notes because it's confusing. So the top notes are basil and lemon, the middle notes are iris, the base notes are cedar and benzoin. So I think benzoin is something that makes it kind of warm. Cedar I always find makes things a bit cold. I don't really like cedar wood normally. I am not really aware of what irises smell like particularly, but I'm guessing that this is an iris smell when it dries down, because it's definitely flowery. It's so comforting. It's genuinely very comforting. Now, I'm sniffing this, no joke, from putting this splash bottle. I think this is a 5ml. So these are quite good if you can get hold of one. They are 5ml splash bottles, so they're really good for testing things out. And this is one you need to test out, and I will tell you why. It's horrible when you first put it on. It's really not nice. All you get is sharp lemon and basil, and it is not sweet. It's acidic and like bitter, like lemon, like the white bit of the lemon. It really wakes you up. So I guess that's the plan here. It rebalances you by giving you something sharp and herbal to really wake you up. And then it actually takes a long time for this to dry down. I think maybe between half an hour and an hour you need to be wearing this before it really blooms into what it will finally be. But once it blooms, it lasts, forever. This is one of the longest lasting perfumes I've ever come across. So this bit of card, no joke, I put this on, when did I go? I've been away for 5 days, 5 nights, and I put this on before I went away. So this has been on this card for 6 or 7 days. And I can still smell that beautiful floral smell. It's a bit faint now, but it's still there. And definitely this, if I hadn't showered when I last wore this, I would have still been able to smell it after definitely like a couple of days. The lasting power is incredible. I don't know if I've really ever come across anything quite like that lasts this long on card or skin. On clothes, I think this would actually last forever. I think it would just last forever. So I am guessing that floral is a really soft, beautiful powder. It's slightly powdery, slightly sweet iris. it's incredibly comforting, this is. I do think it has that kind of gentle, soapy, bubble bathy vibe about it once it's dried down. But you really have to give this a chance. If you spray this, or you put one of these little splash bottles on, and you smell yourself straight away, you will probably hate it. Or if you like it, you might not like the dry down. But I think the dry down is what is special about this. It's harsh. It's really harsh. Ugh, yeah, I mean... oh God, it's so harsh. It's so harsh when you first, like... the only problem with these is I'm now like, it's all liquid all over my fingers. That's the problem with these little splash bottles. It's quite hard to get the lid off and it just goes everywhere. But yeah, I think I do not like that at first. It's really sour and sharp and herbal, and it's just, yeah, I'm not at all keen on that. There's no warmth to it at all. There's no soapiness. And then it's crazy. It's just crazy how it completely changes into an utterly different perfume. This bears no resemblance when it's dried down to anything you smell when you first spray it. The top notes completely disappear from this, and it becomes a warm and slightly soapy iris, like floral smell. With, I promise you, I swear there's a little bit of violet in this as well. I'm quite sure that the notes that I can see here are not actually the same. I'm just going to check here to see if it says anything else about it. It just talks about treating you and rebalancing you, feel good. Yeah. Oh yeah, this would be handy. This is what the actual thing looks like. So it's also a very unassuming, kind of looks a bit medicinal. And at first it smells a bit medicinal. See, it's on my fingers, and that will stay lemony and basil-y for quite a while. And then later on, I'll forget that I just got it all over my hands, and I will keep smelling my fingers and being like, oh my God, that smells amazing. It's absolutely incredible. And it is. It's pretty magical, this stuff. But again, I don't really wear this one just purely because it smells like my aunt. Now, my aunt, for a very long time, worked with elderly people in an old people's home. And yeah, so this is obviously one of those scents that once it's calmed down and dried down, it's an excellent, clean, fresh scent that doesn't really smell like you're wearing loads of perfume. And again, I'd never really noticed until I got close to her that she smelled like this. But now in my brain, this is very much her smell. So it might be something that I'll wear occasionally. But generally speaking, I just wanted to give it a shout out because I think this is definitely one of the best clean, fresh, good for a non-perfume area perfumes, you know. And the fact that my aunt, who worked for so long with vulnerable people, wears this, I should say, I think is proof that this is actually a really good and effective one. And honestly, it's not particularly cheap. I think it's maybe 40 quid for a big bottle, but you only are going to need a little bit and it will last all day. You are never going to have to reapply this unless you're slightly insane and the only bit of it you like is the really harsh, sharp bit at the beginning. You're never going to have to reapply this. You're going to put it on in the morning. By the time you get to work, you're going to just smell like a lovely floral bubble bath, and that'll be it. And it'll just last all day. And you'll smell it. If people get close to you, they'll smell it, but they'll never think, oh my God, she's wearing so much perfume. They'll just do what I do, which is say, you smell incredible. And, you know, maybe you'll be able to say to them, oh, it's the blue Clarins.